Before we begin this video, I recommend that you visit google.com and search for dinardata.com. This website is a great resource for the latest updates on Dinar Guru news, all conveniently located on one page. For more information, I encourage you to visit the site.
A lot of events that they can't hide. The currency swaps with other countries, the activation of their banking using dinars only starting 11123, the connection of the banks, ports, and government offices with their central bank, hence, all these activation before the rate change in country and next, internationally. I heard Iraq is applying to the WTO today, 11123. Presumably meeting over the next 3 days. MarkZ, they have already applied. They have already been approved for ascension. But, it hasn't happened. So these 3 days of meetings are very important. Question. Don't they have to change the rate before Iraq joins the WTO? MarkZ, that's what everyone says. This is assumed by almost everybody that Iraq will need to change their rate before they join the World Trade Organization. If they do in fact get the oil and gas law done, they're going to need an evaluation for that. They're going to need to know what to pay the wealth of the citizens a fair distribution. I finally got some chatter from Iraqi contacts today and they did say that things went very well over the weekend, WTO meetings. And they expect an announcement in the coming days. I got this from a number of sources both internationally and domestic. New statement from oil on the draft oil and gas law, remember. EMO. The nanosecond you see the HCL, seconds later you will see the new exchange rate of the IQD. Despite efforts from the CBI to reduce the spread of the market street rate in Iraq, it still remains almost 18% higher than the official rate from the CBI at 1310. Not good. I would say, based on what we're hearing, the fact that the intel is sort of drying up a little bit, the good and a bad sign. It's a good sign for us in that it shows how close everything is. It shows how the proximity is ready to go. It seems to me the United States Treasury wants a new exchange rate for the dinar. Do you think they want the exchange rate not so much to benefit Iraq but for all the Iraqi dinars that we have in our Federal Reserves? Yes. And the new exchange rate they agreed upon through the RV, they gave it to the U.S. Treasury when they went over there last week. That's why they're all excited. They know it's about to happen. Our feds are pushing for its release to happen now because they got what they wanted. The Ministry of Oil confirms that the government is continuing to pass the oil and gas law. I have not heard from Iraqi sources in the sandbox yet today. I know they had high anticipation for the first comment. I think it will happen in January. MarkZ. I feel it will be much sooner. So much happening. Now and all at one time. Now al-Sudani is coming over here to the White House to speak to Biden. I'm curious to see if the Biden administration is going to do anything to help Iraq in their situation. He could help flood their country with US dollars and the dollar would lose value and the Iraqi dinar would gain value. Government spokesman Bassem al-Awadi revealed today, Wednesday, that there is a government tendency to sell the dollar directly if the discrepancy continues, to control exchange rates. Al-Awadi added in a televised interview, followed by NRT Arabia, that the government was able to maintain the price of basic foodstuffs, and despite this, it did not abandon its responsibility and is constantly monitoring the file of food prices linked to the dollar exchange rates. Al-Awadi explained that Prime Minister Mohammed Shia al-Sudani mentioned this matter during the press conference held last Tuesday, saying that the Iraqi government may be forced to sell the dollar directly through government exchanges.